Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're doing great today. It's a lovely, bright, sunny summer day, and I'm very warm today, so I'm just trying to keep cool. But I hope that you're doing good. I hope that your day is going well and that you're off to a great start, that you're feeling positive about this day and whatever else is going on in your life, that you take some time for yourself today and enjoy, just enjoy your world. And maybe you're going to do some shopping today because that's a theme I wanted to chat with you about. But first, I decided I'm going to be a total rebel today, and I just didn't feel like a cup of tea. I felt like a cup of coffee. So I've got a little espresso, and that's my drink for the day. And there's something about shopping and coffee that goes together. I don't know what it is, but I think it's like when you're making a decision, at least in the States, it's like, let's just go have a cup of coffee and talk it over. So I've got my cup of coffee, everything is fine. So shopping, I'm not a big shopper. By now, I actually know very much what I like, and I'm the kind of person that if I see something, I'll buy a couple of them. If I know they fit and I get two different colors. I'm kind of a sort of strategic shopper, and I like doing minimalist shopping and looking in places that are unexpected, like, going to a little thrift store or to an estate sale. I like things that have got character and interesting personalities. So that's why I love to wear necklaces, but I'm not wearing a necklace today for a particular reason. So I'll tell you in a sec. So we have a great blogger. Her name's Ann Crowther. She is a travel blogger, but she also does style and fashion and just has a great spirit and travels around the world shopping. And I do the same. Whenever I'm traveling, I always look for things, and I never honestly spend a lot of money. I never would buy a watch or something really expensive. I always keep within a budget when I'm traveling, and so whenever I buy something, it's something that is around a corner in a little shop somewhere unique. Same with Anne. She wrote a fun article for us about her shopping experiences around the world, and to start off with clothing. And she first of all talks about Greece. And I used to, I think I've mentioned before, we used to go there quite a bit when I had my children were young. We used to go there for, like school holidays, and also Spain. But Greece was one of our favorites. And she talks about Santorini, which is an absolutely gorgeous island. It's quite a long way from Athens. You have to take a long ferry journey, but it's just as everything in Greece. It's hypnotic, it's magical, it's the ocean surrounds you and lulls you into a dreamlike state. It is an incredible place. But anyway, her clothes there she buys in Santorini. And she says to go off season if you can, because that's when all the bargains are, because of course everybody's learned what the cruise ships and all the bargain hunters, all the regular tourists will be looking for. And if you go off season a bit, then you get kind of the benefit of, the extra special pricing and then just unique things. And also, of course, the fabrics are designed in those countries, in Greece particularly, and Spain, for hot weather. So you get great linens and cottons, and in the article there's some great pictures of Anne in her treasures that she's picked up. So, and me, for example, I just got back from Bali and Burma. I was in both those places and didn't find so many clothes in Burma. I've got some other things there, but in Bali, I just fell in love with their clothes. There are things that are asymmetrical, very unusual shapes, beautiful linen and cotton material, and they seem just to have a very unique lens on clothing. Very practical, very comfortable, and just super fun. The colors I actually ended up buying were mostly gray and black, because I really found this beautiful shop called Ahimsa. And I just got a few things there. But when I'm talking about $30 dresses, and they weren't like very, very expensive, and I'm still wearing them today, and I plan to wear them into the winter with tights, and they're just cute clothes. So anyway, same experience that Anne had in Greece. She also talks about the Far East, and she didn't mention Bali, but she shopped in Thailand. And in Thailand, and of course, there's very unique, inexpensive shops there. And she also mentioned India. Now, for those of you who have been to India, you will know that India is the place where you can take a picture or describe a dress, and they'll make it for you in like 8 hours. And it's incredible. They're very, very good seamstresses and men and women, and they'll basically make anything that you need. And in Hong Kong and Singapore, apparently it's the same. Now, I would warn you though, in those places, if you're trying to buy clothes, the sizes are a little small because the people there tend to be a smaller size. But in India, you can take a small item of clothes and they can make it in a larger size for you, no problem. So again, budget pricing, great fabrics, comfortable, hot seasonal clothing in all those places. So that's the Far East, Asia, and Greece. And you know something? I am sure that there are places in the United States along the coast and places where there's a market for holiday clothes that you can find bargains. And I'd love to know if you've got some that you've discovered. Tell us, share it with us so we can go there too. But I guess the point is that when you're traveling, you're looking for an expression of your personality, who you are, and you get to choose those little vibrant colors or those little scarves and accessories that you may not pick up at home. And they just let that little part of you come out, that little person that likes a bit of glamour, a bit of color, sparkle. It's really fun. I think for me, that's part of the fun of travel. Another place that Anne mentions is Italy. And actually, I live quite close to Italy, so I do go down there occasionally. And they are a bit like Bali to me. They come up with really cool shapes, super fixated on fabric. I mean, in Italy, they are so into good quality fabric, how it flows, how it looks. You'll find the women down there they somehow just put things together really, really beautifully. And they do put a focus on tailoring and the quality of the fit. And then they go crazy with scarves and big glasses and just accessories, chunky necklaces. And of course, another place close to Italy that does the same is Croatia. And I was there 2 years ago, I think, and I went to a place called Pula. It's in Istria, which is just a little sort of part of Italy, or part of Croatia that juts out. And I got to the hotel. Actually, it was an Airbnb. And the person who I was renting from wasn't there, so I got to look around at the shops, and I found this necklace. It's so sweet. I don't know if you can see the I should probably not move it, but it's really, really cute. I love it, and it's got big pearls and little chunky gold bits, and this is one of my favorite necklaces. I paid $3 for this. I mean, it was so cute. And that's the thing about travel, is you find things that are made by craftsmen or made in bulk, and you can get them really, really good prices. So that was my little Croatian treasure from Pula. But anyway, on to jewelry, because that's one of the things that she talks about, finding treasures. And her advice is very much like mine. It's like, go down the side streets, find the places that are not on the main high street where all the brand shops tend to be, the Gucci's of the world and just the big shops, the H&M's even. There's so much more. I was just in Austria last week. I was there for a meeting, and I went to Vienna and stayed there for 3 days. I love Vienna, I love Austria, and we were just walking down the streets. I didn't actually buy anything there, that's the truth, but I did do a lot of looking in windows, and there was one window, it had Nespresso coffee capsules. I don't know whether in the States you're familiar with these, but these are these coffee capsules that you put in a machine and you pull down the lever and it creates a beautiful cappuccino, espresso for you. But the coffee comes in little capsules. They're like that big. And this person had taken the tops to the Nespresso capsules, crushed them and put them on a ring. And then there were these rings made out of Nespresso coffee capsules with beautiful stones, hearts, crystals on these Nespresso capsules. Who would have thought? And actually, it's funny, I came back because I didn't buy any, and I went online to see if anybody was selling them. And of course, there's hundreds of people on Etsy selling Nespresso coffee capsule rings. It's a big thing, I guess, but they're really cute. So that's another thing. So she also talks about, though, the fact that with jewelry and little treasures, it's best to kind of go to these little shops and ask them, because half the time they've got stuff put away that they don't even bring out, and to not go to the shops right by the docks, like if you're in a place where there's a cruise ship coming in, because guess what, the cruise people, and they have an hour or 2 hours in the town, they just go crazy, and they of course can then put the prices up, and even then they're not extravagant, but it's worth just doing your own thing, being an individual, getting out there, having fun. So I must show you though a couple of my little treasures, because in Bali, of course, they sell a lot of these beautiful kind of malas. They're very long, and they've got something that hangs at the end. This is actually meant to go over your head, of course, but you can see what the look of it is like. It's got little hanging pieces at the bottom there that are really, really cute. I like it a lot. And I'm just going to do one little thing here. So then you can see how that would look on your neck. It's really pretty. And then there's another one I got in Bali, which is sparkles, total sparkles. And it's just a lovely piece. Again, it's also very long, but you can wrap it round several times. I really like this one. And it does shine in the light. It's gorgeous. The other one I got in Bali was this, you've seen me wear this one, and I wear it often with this top, or this color top. And it's such a pretty necklace. This was in a shop. They had hundreds of different types of handmade products, and I think this one was under $10 in it, and I wear it now all the time. I really, really like it. And finally, because this is such a weird one, is that I was in Myanmar, in Burma, and I was with a group. It was a fabulous group, actually, by the way. The tour was called Eat Your Heart Out Tours. Sheila Desai is the leader of these tours. I went to India with her 2 years ago, and then last year I went to Burma, Myanmar, and it was a fabulous tour. I highly recommend. But anyway, we were at the airport because we flew around quite a bit in Burma, and we had, I think, 20 minutes before the flight boarded. And in Burma, this meant walking from one room to the runway. It was such a tiny airport, but they had a beautiful little selection of jewels. And I went over, and everybody was pointing at things and trying to buy stuff before we got on the plane. And I saw this necklace, and it's my pearls with black beads. And I really, really love this. And I said, oh, I love this, I love it, I love it. And I said, how much is it? She goes, oh, it's $9. And I said, yes, I'll take it. And then she said, oh, it has a bracelet too. And so I have this little bracelet that I bought as well, and it's so cute. See, it just wraps around your wrist. So sweet. And that was, $9 for that set. So anyway, the point I'm making is travel for jewelry can be a real treat, and you don't have to break the bank. It's fun. Then, of course, I'll finish here with a couple of more things that Anne mentions, because she's got in her article all this great detail. Shoes and handbags. Handbags are her passion, so that's another place you look out for. Great leather in Europe, for example. I'm sure in the States you've got wonderful little boutique shops too that you can pick up these things if you're on the road. And the colors and shapes, doesn't matter where you go places, it's always packaged differently. So keep your eyes open for shapes that you like, maybe in a different color, or just for fun. Try a bright red bag or something a little different. So that's it. And then the final thing that you can pick up when you're traveling is things for the home. And this ranges from a vase or a plate to a table. I never forget the time in India where I fell in love with a garden set. And I had it shipped, and it took 2 years to get to me. And it was so funny. I mean, it was just caught up in wherever customs, but I finally got this beautiful set. It was lovely, but I wouldn't do that again. But anyway, she talks about, looking for simple things too, like household. I buy tea towels and like a lemon squeezer and just unusual things. And I did actually pick up some things in Burma that I was going to share with you. I only bought very few things, a couple of gifts, but it wasn't that type of a trip for me. But I bought these beautiful little, what are they made out of? Lacquer cups. And they're just tiny. They actually look bigger than they are because they're actually quite small. And I got one in blue and red, and also a gold one. Aren't they sweet? And they're just like black lacquer inside, and they've got a little detail on the bottom. Very, very sweet. But these were one of my purchases in Burma, and I really, really do love them. Anyway, yeah, it's bringing back memories as I'm looking at these things, as travel does. Anyway, I do hope that this has been inspirational for you. If you're planning to go somewhere this summer, try to find little treasures and just tell us what you found. I think that's what I'd like to close on. And first of all, thank you, of course, for being here and just listening to my rambling about my travel, and hope it inspires you. And thanks, Anne, for the article on these beautiful products you find when you're on the road. And I just would like to ask you, do you love to shop when you travel? And can you tell us about one item that you bought when you were traveling that just has special significance? I'd love to know. Let's have a conversation and just join in, support each other, and just if you've been somewhere that someone else has been, share a story, share a comment, and let's just be the beautiful, strong community that we are. So tell us whether you love to shop when you're on holiday, and what styles you and things you have found on your travels. Take care, everybody. Have a fabulous day, and we'll see you all back here again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.